You're really gonna blame Star Wars for your game underperforming? This week, Ubisoft CEO chalked up Star Wars Outlaws' lackluster performance to, get this, the choppy waters of the sci-fi saga's fandom. If anything's choppy, it's probably their work environment. Outlaws was released at a time when the brand that it belonged to was in a bit of choppy waters, they said. Really? You're pointing fingers at the IP, not at all, your own product. Okay, let's get into this. Star Wars is a pop culture phenomenon. It has been around for ages, and it will continue to exist for maybe ever, unless Disney manages to kill it first, which, by God, they're trying. Has it always been a banger? Well, no, but it has always grown. From the originals to the prequels to the god-awful sequels, it has always been relevant. So, Ubisoft, let's not pretend Star Wars is some irrelevant dying brand. Yeah, the Rise of Skywalker was a mess, and sure, the Acolyte and the Book of Boba Fett didn't set Disney Plus on fire, but Star Wars is still Star Wars. People show up. Fans want to love this universe. However, what you gave them was another Ubisoft paint-by-numbers open-world slog. A game that IGN themselves gave a 7 out of 10, calling out repetitive combat and a few too many bugs at launch. I just want to hammer this point home. IGN, who gets paid to promote video games, got paid to do a review and only gave it a 7 out of 10. Metacritic audience scored it at about a 5.5. I don't think it was review bombed, but it could have been. It's just the middest game ever made. Like mild sauce you get at the Del Taco, hoping to excite your taste buds, only to get a load of bleh instead. But no, the problem is clearly the audience, not the game with the cookie cutter missions, clunky polish, and same damn UI we've all been using since 2010. Don't even get me started on the completely broken stealth mechanics. Like, do they think that stormtrooper helmets block out 90% of all light? Like, are they looking through a keyhole or something? It's just so dumb. Ubisoft has become the blueprint for corporate mediocrity in gaming. They call themselves industry leaders. We're like industry floppers. What are they leading exactly? The NFTs? Half-baked service models? Crypto garbage nobody asked for? They tried to sell a literal JPEG in Ghost Recon and pretended like it was the future of gaming. You led alright, straight into the uncanny valley of soulless monetization and bloated open world time wasters. The only moneymaker they have at the moment is Siege, as far as I know. Like, what is the last Ubisoft game that their fans actually enjoyed? I know Shadows, Assassin's Creed Shadows, got a lot of hype, but I mean, Odyssey and Origins have more players playing at the time of recording than Shadow does. Not together, separately. And these two fossils compared to Shadows are just so old. And that leads into my next point. None of these games have changed. They have only been reskinned and resold with the most junior level writing imaginable. Did they kidnap a bunch of preschoolers and give them candy to write a game story? Those poor kids, man. Imagine having to write this crap. Oh, and I guess the whole being kidnapped thing probably sucks too. But yeah, it's the fans' fault. It's Star Wars' fault. Never mind that your audience, the same people who grew up with Assassin's Creed and Rainbow Six, are burned out watching you reskin the same tired systems over and over and over. Never mind that people wanted this game to be great, that folks were excited to roam the Outer Rim and a gritty underworld story. You guys had the license. You had Lucasfilm's blessing. You had the nostalgia. Literally all you needed to do was not crap all over the franchise. But what did you deliver? A buggy, lifeless game with polarized comments before it even launched, because people saw right through the marketing. Accusations of pushing an agenda, like, dude, who cares? Not gamers. Let's be honest, people weren't mad about representation. They were mad about big fat phonies. They could smell the corporate checklist writing from light years away. And now the first first DLC drops, a pirate's fortune or something, with fan favorite Hondo Onaka, a charming smuggler who actually fits the tone perfectly. He was one of my favorite characters in the Clone Wars, but will people come back? Will they trust Ubisoft again? Unfortunately, maybe. But not if you keep blaming everyone else for your own failures. Not if you keep pretending that Ubisoft fatigue is the fandom's fault. I hope no one plays this, because that would tell me gamers are waking up to the crap Ubisoft spews. Hashtag free the preschoolers. Let's just take a quick look at their last few titles for funsies. We got Assassin's Creed Shadows, Prince of Persia, the epic laugh fest that was Skull and Bones. Don't worry guys, it was the world's first quadruple A game. Outlaws, X Defiant, Just Dance 2025, the Crew Motorfest, Assassin's Creed Mirage, The Settlers' New Allies, and finally Assassin's Creed VR. The average score for all of those bundled together, about 60. Sure, it's not bad, but it's not good. Even some games on the list, like X Defiant, are literally shutting down already. They already announced the servers kapooped. But yeah, it's not the mediocre games, it is definitely the choppy waters Star Wars isn't. I just want to point out, Battlefront 2, which released ages ago, released exclusive to Origin, then like 2 or 3 years later came to Steam and had a surge this year. A peak of 35,000 players playing at once on Steam alone. Never mind the 2-3 years people bought it off of Steam. So many people are calling out for a third installment. Outlaws all-time peak was 3,000 players. Just let that sink in. Battlefront more than 10x them with a way older title with zero marketing. 35,000 versus 3,000. Okay, Ubisoft. Okay. Newsflash. Star Wars isn't in choppy waters. You are the one drowning. If you liked my vid, please give me a like and yeah, okay, bye.